Yeah, okay. Oh, God. Some of you may feel like you need a therapist to sort out in regards to a long-term relationship that is filled with turmoil right now, okay? You received the Moon card, the Two of Cups, and then the Three of Wands. These cards are relatively good cards, especially the Three of Wands and the Two of Cups. But the Three of Wands can be a little bit tricky, okay? It can mean a few different things when it comes to pertaining to relationships. The Two of Cups is the ultimate soulmate card. It means great partnerships. It means unity. So I definitely feel like a lot of you guys, you do feel like this person that you are with right now is your soulmate, and you do have this deep, like unspeakable bond with this person. But there are a little bit of difficulties right now, okay? And I feel like you guys want to focus on bad habits, either you or your partner, that maybe, or both of you may be exuding right now. And with this Three of Wands, it's tricky because it could mean that there is a third party to a relationship, or you or your partner may be wanting for something better to come along. Okay, so just, I don't know, just because your lover may be physically with you but longing for someone else, or this can be you. But bear in mind, this is not everybody, so don't go accusing your lover, okay, of doing things that he or she is not doing. This is simply for some, especially for those who get the intuitive hunches, okay, when those words were spoken. And one of you may travel a lot and may be alone all the time. And I say that because they flow in simultaneously with the other cards that are across from it, okay, in conjunction with it. But yeah, the ones in the tarot card deck represent fire signs: Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, which is that fire, that passion, that drive, that oomph, that talk to me, suck it to me, that kind of energy, okay? Very, very passionate, very creative, very much a world traveler, okay? So I don't know if this person is a Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, no, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. I don't know. And then the cups, I just feel like this is representing a certain energy, not necessarily an entity or a person. And the cups represent the water signs, which is Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. And they are the emotional ones, the depth ones, the intense, the intuitive ones, the motherly ones, the nurturing ones that you can come to and talk to anything. And they're very magnetic and very alluring and enticing, okay? And quite dreamlike. Alright? So yeah, I feel like... But the presence of the moon can be a little bit tricky, okay? It can mean that there is deception and something that needs to come to light. Or there is some light shedding on the fact that one or you or your partner may be, being a little bit dodgy over here. Maybe a third party may be involved, or the focus may be somewhere else, and that's why the partnership is strained with this moon, with this presence of this moon here. All right. And for those of you who are single, you could possibly meet someone through your work, because the Three of Wands by itself, and when it's not in the love reading, often means creative endeavors or new business endeavors, or like the start of a new business partnership. And just taking, and it's really taking off, and you're starting to see the fruits of the labor, and you're starting to see the benefits of partnering with a certain person or with a certain group. But when it comes to a love reading, I feel like you guys may be meeting someone in the creative endeavors, because the moon and the moon and the Three of Wands, it doesn't have to always be sneaky. It can just be creative energies of that sort, or it can be creative industries or something like that. And then with the Two of Cups, obviously that's a partnership and cards. So it can mean partnerships in business or partnerships in personal life. All right, but yeah, you can meet through creative endeavors and have an enterprise-like feel to this connection. But I say proceed it with a little bit of caution, because the moon is another tricky one. Okay, the moon, like I said, it can mean deceptions, it can mean self-deceptions, it can mean someone's hiding their true fates. Okay, so there may be some things, so just proceed with a little bit of caution. There may be some things about this person that they are keeping hidden for a reason. All right, so just let that marinate, okay? But don't let it screw you too much. Just be moderate about it. Like, You know, have that temperance energy upright. Do things in moderation. Don't jump the gun, because I know a little bit about Gemini energy, because there's a lot in my chart. Don't get all excited right away and think like, oh my gosh, you know, just pace yourself. Listen to your higher angel. Patience. Like temperance is often a card of moderation and balance, right? And you also receive this in the reading, but you receive the area fast. Don't worry, we're gonna sort that out and help you to try to turn it up to the upright. Okay. No, the situation stands for majority of you, which is pretty much basic. And I feel like this is an overview message for all of you, whether you're in a relationship or you have a current or prospective partner, or whether you have just met someone. I feel like it's just saying that a new cycle begins. A period of suffering and loneliness is coming to an end, or at least you are starting the transformation process. Because the Death card is a beautiful card. It is transformation, rebirth, reborn, starting afresh, new cycle. You know, you gotta shed your skin every now and then. We're not supposed to just stay stagnant and stay the same people, okay? We need new experiences, welcoming new experiences, new people into your life. And then you receive the Five of Pentacles in reverse with that. Now, the Five of Pentacles in reverse is actually a good omen. Upright, not so much. It means you're in poverty, you're feeling left out in the cold, you're scraping to make ends meet. You feel like no one's got your back, or you and somebody else is being raggedy together, and there's no one that's helping you guys to uplift you from this raggediness. But in reverse, it's speaking of there is things that's going to uplift you, there's things that's going to there's new things and new things coming into your life that's going to make you feel like you are a part of society again, or you're going to feel like you are whole again, or you're going to feel like you are, you know, you feel good. Shit, that's it. And it's definitely so if you don't feel like that now, the process, you're definitely in the transformation process, and you're definitely starting it, okay? And what's in favor this particular month for your love life, you got a whole bunch of cards, Jimmys. And it's funny because these are not really all favorable cards, but you got them in a favorable position. So I guess it means that the hard times or the strife that you are going through, it's actually beneficial, because it's gonna make that change. It's gonna force a transformation. It's gonna force a new way of thinking, a new way of being in a certain relationship. Or if you're single, it's gonna cause you to be a new way to revitalize yourself and to invigorate. Is that? Do I want to say that? I don't know, but yeah, yeah. You got the Tower, you got the Lovers in reverse, and you got the Ten of Wands, and then you got the Five of Wands. All right. Now the Lovers and the Tower is a major arcana. It's both major arcanas, which means major life events, and these are the main ones in the tarot card deck, or the cards that come first, so to speak. So why I feel like all these are working in your favor? The Tower, let's do them one by one. The Tower often speaks of the destruction, often speaks of being knocked off your axis, often speaks of a shock, and you're tumbling down from the graces of up here, like you're tumbling down, and it can feel a bit destructive, it can feel a bit hurtful or painful or sudden, or like, oh my god, what the hell happened, and it just came out of nowhere. But you must know that this is fate. The Tower card is fate, the Tower card is God, the Tower card is the universe, and this was meant to happen, even though it may seem like a disaster, or like something's out to get you. It was meant to happen, and it's just gonna shake you up and put you in the path that you were meant to be on, in case you haven't been on the path that you need to be on. The Five of Wands upright often speaks of inner conflict or competition with others, okay, or arguments and disputes and battles, okay? Like the card speaks for itself. Like, see them wands and fires are like playing like a stick thing. It looks like it actually could be pretty fun. It could also mean friendly competition, but I feel like in this case it means in conflict, turmoil, disruptive arguments, disagreements, not getting along. Then you have another Ten of Wands, more fire, 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 fire. So I feel like I feel like the 10 of Wands basically means you have too much burden or too much weight on your shoulders. You may be carrying on the weight of somebody else. It may not even be your weight, Gem. It may be somebody else's weight that you're holding on to. But whatever it is, you need to turn this 10 of Wands upside down. This is one of the very few cards that is actually more positive in the reverse. Because you're letting them sticks go, motherfucker. You're like, I ain't burning my hands, and I ain't burning my shoulders, and I ain't freaking weighing my back down no more. This is not no Hunchback of Notre Dame shit, Ron. Okay, I want to stand upright, and I want to be stand upright without the wands, and I don't want to be hunchback and feeling like I've got the weight on my shoulders. That's what this means. This card means. Alright, the lovers in reverse. The lovers does not always mean goo goo gaga love. Sometimes it means you need to make decisions, whether it's in the upright or whether it's in the reverse. And you received it in the reverse. So it means a lover's quarrel. It means that two lovers are not seeing eye to eye. The communication between two lovers is not the best of both worlds right now, and you guys are not being considerate, and some decisions need to be made. So with that due, and with all that said, with all them tied in together, basically what this means, I feel like a discussion needs to be had to either set things straight or to take things to the next level, okay? Like a conversation is in the works on the importance of your self-worth and what you will or will not stand for, okay? I feel like someone needs to meet you halfway now. And this can either be you or this can be the other person thinking that about you, Geminis. Alright, because this is a general reading. The message is going to come out and you're going to know who is who's what and what, when, and where, and how. Alright? So someone needs to meet you halfway or you need to meet them halfway. A line needs to be drawn in the sand. Like a line is in the sand. And the sand, that's not even permanent. Okay, anyways. A line needs to be drawn, okay? Because conflict and competition with this there's a lot, there's competition and conflict within this, okay? And maybe also a bit of wishful thinking in this scenario, okay? And like I said, third parties may be involved, especially with this 2 of Cups and the 3 of Wands up there. And there may be other obligations one or both of you has that, stifles the relationship from moving forward or from having some sort of beautiful progression. But I feel like this is working in your favor, okay? So whatever the case may be, whether you need to talk about getting something to the next level, whether you need to just let it all hang out and let them know how you feel. This is positive thing. This is a positive thing for you this month because it needs to be said. You need some clarity in your life. What Spirit wants you to not do this month, okay? Do not dwell so much on the past. The 6 of Cups, another water sign. Another water cup. It often speaks of childhood memories, reminiscing of the past. But in reverse, it can mean like you're too much in the past. You're dwelling too much in the past, and it's not healthy at all for your present. Okay, and it just makes you. I feel like those thoughts and those energies are very potent, and I feel like it has an extreme pull on your mind, body, and soul. Okay, and where you get to the point where you feel like you are drowning in dark, regretful emotions. So that's what Spirit's telling you not to do. And then you have this Queen of Swords here. So that's either you or maybe you are dealing with another Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Or this can be their moon sign and rising sign that you may not be aware about. Or this could just be their energy, okay? Or this could just be you telling you to wake the fuck up and don't be lettuce. my cousin. Okay, and when it comes to the oracle cards, the oracle messages that Spirit has for you, you receive eternity. I tried to say these cards so sexy, like, because they're in French. Yeah. Don't mind me. Eternity. This card means on its own. The card symbolizes the possibility of reaching higher up through trust, confidence, and a sense that the material world does not limit us. Something supports us, and it is our beliefs. The symbol of eternity leads us to the idea that the time of fulfillment, peace, quiet, and stability in life is not short. Eternity should not be confused with the time card, alright? which also means a period of time of waiting, a dull or rough times. Eternity is indicating a long time, but the time period of the card relates to is not at all boring. The card represents rather a long period of development, stability, and progress. Beautiful card to receive, okay? When it comes to love and relationships, it means harmonious, balanced relationships. Feelings are deep, but when it comes together with other cards, it can often mean suffering, opponent, or the harmony is cracked. And that's why I want to highlight the card that's coming up for you next, because I don't really feel like this message pertains to harmonious in this reading, but I feel like with it paired up with this one, which these two paired up together, which this one means penitence, when it's paired up with penance, it basically means it's time to make a change in your life. And that's exactly everything I was just talking about, which when these cards popped out, it just made me so happy. And I apologize for the for not shuffling live on camera, but it just takes a little bit too long. And I also apologize for my voice if I'm talking extra fast, but I feel like that's my Gemini trait, to be honest, that I have on my chart. But also, I'm just trying to hurry up because I know you guys got things to do, and I don't want the videos to be too long. And so yeah, these two together is brilliant. It definitely highlights everything that came on. When these two popped out of the shot after shuffling, I was like, yup. The message is so divine and so pure for some of you. Okay, so it's time to make a change in your life. And it's evident. You have the death card, which means like this is needed right now. Okay, death doesn't always mean physical death. It's more symbolic. And you know. So now let's read penitence or penance. Penance. This card, the picture reinforces the feeling of loneliness, passivity, and penance. The naked body from behind with arms crossed behind the head reminds of helplessness or coercion. The card is associated with captivity and slavery where there is no resistance and no revolt. The card is heavy. It is associated with blockages, difficult circumstances. 13 is associated with an accident and misfortune. The 13th traitor in Christianity, the 13 evil spirits of the Kabbalah. Personality traits of this number or this card: a person lacking personality, lacking confidence, a weak person, a submissive and passive person. The card also symbolizes a severe traumatic childhood whose effects can be vices. Love and relationships: a time of much confusion, sexual abstinence, problems in partnerships and in relationships due to lack of communication and distance. Alright? Now remember, this is a general reading, so the oracle cards are going to come out with distinct messages for distinct people. So it doesn't mean that this relates to you, especially for those of you who are just not in a relationship and not dealing with all this type of shit. Maybe you have a new person, and maybe that's talking about the maybe you guys that are starting new love. This is why the message popped out about new love for you. Alright, so for those of you who did meet someone new, the new love card suggests a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. This is what the romance angels are telling you. And again, this is another oracle card, so you read the description straight out the book so you can get the right message to you. The romance angels have sent you this card like a Valentine greeting, signaling the introduction of someone new into your life. Perhaps you recently met this person and your interest was piqued. This card validates that your connection was mutual and real. It is safe for you to explore it, and the romance angels will guide your actions accordingly. Of course, if you are already in a committed relationship, you'll want to consult your angels and perhaps a counselor or other trusted person to get insight into your feelings. While running into the arms of a suitor may sound passionate, the reality of guilt over the affair will weigh heavily upon you. It is better to confront the issues within your present relationship that left your emotional doors open for someone else. This card can also mean that you soon meet a new person. In these cases, the romance angels are asking you to keep the faith that love is in your cards. You deserve love, and you are lovable. Make the angels guide you to be aware, as you never know when your partner will arrive. And now, back to the ones that's having a little bit of control, having a little bit of trouble in the relationship. The message for you guys is to let go of control issues. Okay? Allow this situation to unfold naturally. The romance angels... Hold on. The romance angels have heard your prayers about your love life. Now it's up to you to allow their help to manifest it by stepping out of their way. By trying to control other people or external circumstances, you only frustrate yourself and slow down your answered prayer. There are plenty of times in life that call for you to take charge, but this isn't one of them. Of course, it's fine to have your preferences, practice visualizations, and hold intentions, but definitely ask the angels for your desires. This card is a reminder, however, that your prayer may be answered differently from what you had in mind. Be open to all possibilities and trust in God's infinite wisdom and compassionate love. Control issues are based upon fears that others, including God, won't live up to your expectations. This is also called outlining, where you hand the universe a script of how you want it and everyone to behave. Outlining could cause you to overlook an even more beautiful way in which your prayers may be answered. So please call upon the romance angels to elevate your levels of trust so that you can enjoy the creative avenues by which true love comes to you. Okay? Beautiful, 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 beautiful messages. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Archangels and Angels, for these divine messages for Jen and I. Now, when it comes to your work situation, Gemmies, I know about this one. No. You are a Jackie or a Jack of all trades, but are you a master at none? Is the $1 million question. Alright? The Seven of Cups often talks about idealism, head in the clouds, got a lot of ideas, got so much things you want to do, so much going, so much confusion that it can end up turning into confusion because you haven't narrowed down your focus. And you may be a little bit too optimistic, a little bit over idealism that is impracticality is in play. Like nothing's actually being tangible, nothing's not coming into fruition, into profitable or into beneficial results. And then the 8 of Pentacles speaks of working hard, diligently focused towards a goal, towards a task. Working to get your creative endeavors out, working to get your business off the ground. You're just diligently working. You are focusing meticulous. Is meticulous the word? I don't know. But you're focusing strategically, calculating. Nothing is detouring you from your path. Alright? These two together, I think you guys may be coming from a place of having too many ideas or too many options or jobs to choose from, okay? To rather advance your career or your pockets, but nothing was really getting done of all of that, okay? Like nothing was getting done or nothing was getting off the ground because you was too scattered and your focus wasn't narrow to a particular project for it to flourish. But I feel like now you're trying to change that. And then others of you may feel like your energies are wasted serving others, and either you're not getting enough money and things like that. But I feel like that's coming to an end. Pentacles, I don't know if I spoke about Pentacles. Pentacles is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. They're very grounded, very stable, very deals with money, finances, good business sense, especially when it talks about business. They're very organized, very good organizers, very good at starting projects and getting things off the ground and actually seeing it into fruition or seeing it come with all the hard work. Okay? But and then you see the King of Cups in reverse. King of Cups in reverse, tricky motherfucker. Watch out for that. 6 of Pentacles upright. It often talks of reciprocity, give and take, and equal balance in relationships. In reverse, not so much. So I feel like these cards put together, what this is saying to you is you guys may be feeling like you're wasting your energies, or you're not getting enough money, or the money isn't worth it. So you are either leaving a job or for another, or you're cutting down on jobs to avoid the burnout. Back to this the 7 of Cups. So in reverse, you're cutting down the jobs to avoid burnout. And I feel the reason why I say some of you may be leaving a job is because what came out with these cards in this section also is the Sun and the 10 of Cups. These are blissful, beautiful cards. Celebration, union, community, togetherness, great foundation, great stability, great business sense, family businesses, a child even, celebrations, optimism, feeling a sense of just general well-being is what these two cards mean together. So with these two cards coming up in conjunction with these, I feel like it's saying even though in a work situation, something may not be ideal right now, that it will be, or the green pastures are on the other side of the fence. Alright? So there's sunny pastures to whatever idea that you may be birthing now, okay? So pay attention to that. Create your bliss. Being passive, which maybe is what this King of Cups in reverse means. Being passive and waiting for life to come at you would end up in regret, okay? So put some effort into your dreams. Back up to this Eight of Pentacles up here. Put some effort. Put them elbow grease in. Put some effort into your dreams. Because some of you just be very lenient on yourself and on your tasks right now. Or if this is not you, but this King of Cups in reverse, this can be some of you may have been treated unfairly by a man or woman at work who has had an emotional outburst, or this person may just be unpredictable, have an unpredictable temperament that is like out of this world and like is unbearable for people, okay? And if you're in business with a reverse King of Cups, watch out, okay? Because unfortunately he cannot be trusted. This person may not be tolerant and accepting towards other cultures as well. This is also another factor, which can definitely mean the presence of the Six of Pentacles, or maybe and showing an imbalance of reciprocity, and may simply treat people like shit or like peasants, okay? Or this may be you, Gemini. After all, Donald Trump is a Gemini. I'm joking, but hey, it is something to consider if this is you, okay? Don't be treating people like peasants if you are. But I don't know. I feel like this is more so maybe a boss's energy, if that's the case for some of you, okay? But I definitely feel like you guys have other things on the horizon that you are looking into getting involved in. With this Sun and this Ten of Cups. So if you have any hunches about leaving your job, I feel like what you're thinking about, it will work. Or I feel like the plan that you're thinking about, give it some time, nourish it. What's working for you guys in your work life, yeah? You have the King of Wands, and then you have the Five of Swords in reverse. I feel like for some of you, this is a general reading, so remember, take what serves you and just leave peacefully what doesn't. What's working for you in your work life is you're releasing the need to carry that "I'll show you" or pointing fingers saying "ha ha ha, I told you" attitude, okay? And that's exactly what the Five of Swords energy is upright. Look at the card. It's quite devilish, quite malicious, quite unhealthy, you know? You just want to, it's a spiteful card. Ooh, I feel lightheaded. I need to drink something. I need to hurry up. Okay, yeah. You're releasing that need, and it's only detrimental to you, so it's good that you're releasing it, because this card in reverse is another one that's positive. Just like the Ten of Swords in reverse is positive. You're releasing that need to have one-up on people, okay? And you want to play a bit more fairly with will work wonders, okay? Or simply stop comparing yourself to others and realize that you are who you are. Especially, I feel like this is working in your favor, especially if you're adopting a more King of Wands energy. Okay? Because the King of Wands energy has the ability to move swiftly in a room full of both. Just show up out of the room, like Jay-Z said. So, yeah, definitely. They're impeccable social. They have impeccable social skills. They're often prosperous in creative business or industries, and very much a world traveler and an acceptor of people from all walks of life. They are archers. They are half man and half horse, goddammit. They should definitely be able to accept the unfamiliar. But anyways, the old jokes aside, if this is not you, this can be an actual Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo who are fire signs stepping up to the plate. Or if they maybe is fire sign and you may not know it because it may be the moon and the rising sign. Trust, that has a major influence on our personalities. Or they can just be acting like this. Like they can just be a very fiery person. So on the flip side, it can mean that someone is defending you and standing in for you, and they may see that you may have that an injustice has been brought to you in a particular situation, and they may stand up for you. All right, so that's the messages I feel like was working in your favor. And what you should not do this month, all right, you should not do not make irrational and impulsive decisions. All right, you should hold your tongue. Do not make irrational and impulsive decisions. This Knight of Wands is fiery energy, charges ahead, can be a bit reckless, can make promises he can't keep, can symbolize a movement into a new job or into a new home. Okay, hold your tongue. Do not be overly emotional. Don't start splattering out like blah 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 or something may be bothering you. Hold your tongue. So actually act like the upright Two of Swords, which is like you're making a contemplating decision to shut your mouth, pretty much. In reverse, it means you're letting it loose, and maybe letting it loose in a positive way, but in this aspect, I feel like it's going to be negative. Queen of Cups in reverse. Sorry. Queen of Cups in reverse. Not so nice. Manipulative, very dark energies, dark forces. Very good at manipulating people, not to be trusted. May use her intuition, negatively, a negative aspect, or it could just be you taking on that essence. But I feel like the message is definitely telling you, you should hold your tongue at work, and if you are planning on leaving a job, do so tactfully and respectfully, okay, without losing your cool. And most importantly, make sure you have a detailed plan in order before you do move into another job, if that's what you guys are trying to do, okay? Don't do it impulsively. Oracle messages from you for this. You guys received Fudre, and Fudre means Fudre. I'm really trying to get my sexy French on. Allow me. This means lightening. This card is karmic because of number 8. And with lightning, new lessons come to disasters that create unexpected problems in one's life. This card does remind of the Tower card in the Tarot. Alright? The personality traits. Lightning represents a strong person, sometimes angry and often dissatisfied. The person will live a chaotic life before he or she learns to channel all the energy into something constructive. Okay? And when it comes to money, this card symbolizes enormous financial problems. The questioner can spend their money in a careless way and is now at the edge of the abyss. Be careful and reflect. And in professions and work situations, the professional situation isn't very good and your position is threatened. Past mistakes can now lead to consequences. You should examine your heart, yeah. Now, not to fret, this may be the situation that you're leaving behind for some of you, okay? Don't think it's too negative. And then you receive number 49, adversaire. And basically this card means the opponent. The most negative card of the deck. This card is associated with the opposite of light and everything else that is considered good. Even in combination with a positive card, the opponent card can spread its negative energy. It's associated with devilish, dark, and evil forces on earth. Don't take it too literal, okay? This can mean the opponent is an evil person with a questionable morality, a violent, aggressive person. The person is often unbalanced, perverted, and likes the occult, okay? Occult can be good and bad, though. Tarot is a form of occult, so don't take that, in a negative way. Money, risk of bankruptcy. Only a miracle can help the questioner. And profession or work situation, it could mean the loss of a job or important enemies at work. Okay, not gonna down that too much. Moving along to your family reading. Okay, what I feel like is happening for you guys in your family life, Gemmies, is there is a theme I feel of should you stay or should you go? Dun dun dun. Okay, some of you may be dealing with someone online also that just like pop, because you have the 7 of Cups here, then you have the 3 of Wands, and then you have the 6 of Swords in reverse. So some of you may be dealing with someone online, okay? Let me just throw that out there. This could be the person that you just met. Maybe this new love is online that you met them. Okay. Temperance in reverse, unbalance, recklessness, the Seven of Wands, defending yourself, holding your ground. The Six of Swords in reverse, problems with travel, delays in travel, or unable to move into a smooth sailing waters. You're still in this tumultuous lake. I mean, the lake is quite cool. You're in this deep drowning ocean, but you haven't moved into smoother waters yet. Okay, that's what it can mean. The Strength card is the Strength card, pretty much straightforward. But in combination altogether, I feel like there may be some delays with travel and with moving to be with that person that you may be seeing online, okay? Or there's a distance between you and your current partner right now. It is the holidays, so maybe planes got cancelled and etc. It could be something as little as that, as to why travel plans did not go as planned. Or this can simply be a simple case of being stagnant on should I stay or should I go. But whichever way the story unfolds for you and your personal situation, because this is a general reading for the umpteenth time, I feel like you are in a battle with someone, constantly defending your views, okay, or defending your situation. And communication lines can be really volatile and tumultuous right now. And the female in particular in this particular setting may have a strong dominant influences on the male and his temperaments right now, okay? With this temperance in reverse and then with the Seven of Wands, I feel like that's definitely screaming that to me right now, okay? So tread lightly, Gemini. You don't want to send anyone off the rails. Don't be too pushy for your asses on laying flat on the ground. No, I'm just making a hollerless joke, okay, if that's the word. But I'm not joking about domestic violence. I'm just saying don't be too pushy, just in case something can get too violent, okay? That's just a warning for you guys. And I feel like I feel like now where the situation stands for you guys, there is both of these cards, okay? You got the Page of Wands in reverse and you got the Eight of Swords. So to me, this says where the situation stands, there is some stagnancy, some feeling of entrapment and blockage and bondage. Okay, both of these cards speak of a halt and pause in movements. Alright? You or someone else may not know what to do regarding a relationship. Again, that should I stay or should I go feeling of mental blocks is gosh, you sound like is just doing this damage, okay? And this feeling of mental blocks from the Eight of Swords energy, it may be self-imposed, basically unnecessary. This because the swords and represent like mental energy, words, communication, dialect. So I feel like this can be self-imposed, okay? Unnecessary stress or mental anguish. You'll be locking yourself in negative thoughts. And the Page of Wands, stagnancy in reverse, is more external because it's a fire sign. So this may tie into those of you who, for some reason, have some sort of outside circumstances that you cannot unite with. You cannot unite with whoever your heart's desire or your heart's choice is, because there's a distance. So okay, so just remember the messages will vary. I'm trying to get saying more that's just coming out of my head because I don't want to leave anybody out. I don't want anyone to think that this doesn't resonate with them. But if it doesn't, make sure you can also check your moon and your rising, okay? What is working for you this month is you have the Nine of Wands and then you have the Nine of Pentacles. 2 nines. Okay? So this also means that some isolation is needed in the relationship with the presence of these 2 nines. Nine of Pentacles, a beautiful card, okay? Someone who is very self-sufficient, self-reliant, can do everything on her own. She's very business savvy. She's started a business from the ground up and they are flourishing and she is just chilling. Now she can walk around in her garden with birds on her shoulder, with birds and stuff, and just feel blissful and great. Okay? And the Nine of Wands is often an energy I feel like, I like to call it like a firecracker energy. Like it can be positive and negative. You can be on the defense, or it can mean that you're simply Or it can mean that you're like burning yourself like a firecracker at all ends. Like you got the fire, like these, like it's fire at the end of these torches, and you're almost lighting yourself up on fire. That's how much energy you're generating right now, and it can be positive or negative. But these two paired together speaks of, I feel like you are feeling like a one woman man, or you're feeling like a one woman show, or one man army, or one man show. Okay, it's like you feel like it's you against the world. Okay, and you feel like you feel like you're the only one that has your back, and you're feeling somewhat empowered by it though, because it's working in your favor for you this month. It's not these cards are not actually negative in this position, but they're not negative. Period. Okay, and what you should not deal with. What you should not do this month is deal with whatever emotions or turmoils you have in a way that is through vices, such as indulgence in alcohol, drugs, or sedatives, or unhealthy patterns, period, okay, that you know is going to be up to your detriment. The Ace of Cups is a positive card normally, but in this situation, it could just mean overflowing of emotions, too emotional, or it can mean overflowing of alcohol. Y'all was trying to get your drink on. Don't worry, I can relate. Sometimes the Devil in reverse. The Devil card does not mean Lucifer. Lucifer trying to kill people, or just that. It can mean self-imposed beliefs. Okay, it can mean you got these self bondages. You're tying yourself up to unhealthy situations, or unhealthy relationships, unhealthy people, and it's not serving you well. Okay, it's just causing you to go around in circles and causing you to not listen to your higher self and to just listen to your lower self that just feeds off of bullshit and just feeds off of drama and just wants to see you unhappy, which is all our lower selves. In reverse, the Devil is saying release that obsession, release that need or that urge to go and do stupid, silly things that you know is not going to benefit your gems. Now, when it comes to the Oracle cards, what you received is mutation, which is number 16, and mutation speaks of